Hey beautiful! If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today is not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, I'm back after such a long time. Oh my goodness. It feels so good to talk to you. You guys, I had to take a break, a very long break indeed. I think it has been like 3 weeks now. But unfortunately, I didn't really feel that good health-wise, and it was a much needed break, but I can't even describe how much I have missed you guys, how much I have missed recording readings and connecting with you guys, writing you, commenting, and it feels so good to be back, and I'm beyond grateful to be able to do what I'm doing. And yeah, please feel hugged, feel appreciated. I'm so thankful to be here with you. And yeah, my dear, so it feels so good. Also, for those of you guys who have been sending me emails, please be a little bit patient. I was not able to answer any emails because I didn't feel well, but I am trying my best right now to write every and each one of you back. So yeah, please have a little bit more patience. I will make my best to come back to you guys soon. And yeah, so today, my dear, I thought I would record an extreme long reading because I just need that. I need to talk and I need to make videos for you guys and read for you guys, and I need to connect with my beautiful tarot cards and spirit guides and energies and with your beautiful energy. So I thought today I would record for every and each pal a 1 hour reading. So get yourself something to drink or something to eat, of course, and yeah, enjoy. So today, my dear, it's all about your future spouse. It's all about who will you marry. And we're going to look into who this person is, also into your guys' relationship, the intimacy if anything comes through, and also your marriage. So a lot to dive into, and I am already so excited. As you can see, my dear, I have 3 pals that you can choose from. You can either choose the beautiful card or the crystal. And I'm also going to make sure to zoom a little bit in so you can see the cards better because they're a little bit small. So this is going to be pal 1, this is pal 2, and this is going to be pal 3. So as always, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And if you would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, my dear, you can of course feel free to email me. Lastly, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see. Let's start with your reading. First of all, let's get you some indication and some information about who your future spouse is and what you need to know about them. Let's start straight away. It feels so good to be back. So let's see, for my dear pile 1. Who will you marry? Who is your future spouse? For my dear pile 1, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? One last couple. All right. That's enough. So let's see, my dear. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? So the first card we have, all right, is the 7 of Swords here. Let's continue. Another 7, we have the 7 of Pentacles. The 6 of Swords. For my dear pile 1, who will you marry? Who is your future spouse? Oh my goodness. So we have the Empress turning over. Page of Cups. Interesting. I already heard one thing, and the first thing that I heard was this person always sees the best in others. That was something I heard very clearly here. But let me get you one last card for my dear pile. 1. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? And we got the Chariot card. All right, my dear. At the back of the deck, look at that. The Ace of Cups. Now, let me start with the Ace of Cups because it's the overall energy here anyways. What I can really pick up on here is that this feels like new love. This feels like new, fresh energy. I feel like a lot of you guys need exactly that. You need this new beginning, which, yes, obviously is regarding your love life, but I feel like, sometimes when we have a new beginning in one area of our life, it also really influences other areas, right? And it just brings this fresh air into our day-to-day life, and it really influences us on so many levels. This really feels that way. It's not only like a fresh air when it comes to your love life, but really when it comes to your life overall. I feel like some of you guys watching this, you could have felt stagnant for quite some time, or you may have had this dissatisfaction that was there and kind of holding you back, or you may have felt like you missed out of life, or you are missing something. It just kind of feels that way, like someone is lacking something, or at least they have this impression that they are lacking. What I'm seeing here for you, my dear pile 1, is that this relationship is actually going to be this new beginning that you have been searching for. And especially for those of you guys who may have had relationships in the past and which are kind of difficult maybe to move on from, because I feel like for some of you guys maybe at times it's a little bit difficult for you to move on or release things in general. This relationship is going to be this fresh start that you have needed. That's really what I'm seeing here. But not only for those who have been in relationships, really for anyone watching. I feel like this is really a collective energy here, which is really visible for you, my dear pile 1. So let's go back now. Let's see, who is this person? Who will you marry? Now, first of all, let me pick up on the thing that I already talked about, that I heard. What I saw was, this is someone who genuinely sees the best in others. And I really feel like they have such a gentle heart. They have such a gentle spirit. And look at this. I have never ever saw this, okay? Do you see that? This is a bunny or a rabbit, I don't know, like under this person's foot, right? And it looks very innocent and very cute, but it's literally trying to, in a way, hurt this person, or you can see they're trying to almost make them fall because of this like red thing here. And this card literally came through with the 7 of Swords. Now, normally the Page of Cups gives me a complete different energy, but obviously I am really going in here intuitively, and with seeing that in the combination with the 7 of Swords here, I feel like this person also, even stronger with the Ace of Cups, they are someone who has an open heart space, someone who sees the best in others. But I feel like at times this goodness that they have in their heart may have guided them towards a trap, or at least towards people who weren't really that genuine themselves. And I do see that this is someone who has had their quite share of, let's say, negative experiences when it comes to maybe friendships, or maybe even relationships. However, what I find so beautiful about this person is that this Ace of Cups that they have, this heart space that they have, it didn't break, or at least it didn't turn to ice. This person has always managed to keep the smile. You know, they have always managed to see the best no matter what. And I feel like this is really a superpower this person has. Maybe someone watching this may feel like, well, what is a superpower about that? Like, being good and finding yourself in bad situations, like, I mean, you need to toughen up or whatever. But you need to understand that this person, no matter what they have went through in their life, they didn't allow it to break them. And no matter how many deceitful people they have met, they still believe that there are good people out there. So all those experiences did not, excuse my language, but F them up. And with the Page of Cups being here as well, the Page of Cups is really one of the most innocent cards in the tarot, energetically speaking. And I really see that this is still someone who believes that there is goodness, even if they've seen the bad. And what I'm also seeing is that this is someone who's definitely a romantic, all right? Someone who just loves love. That's how I would describe it. And the way this person loves is also very gentle. They're not the kind of person who will make you feel trapped or make you feel like, you know, you can't breathe, you're not free in the relationship. No, you really feel like uplifted, but very light-hearted. Maybe this is especially important for those of you guys who may have found themselves in relationships in which you felt the complete opposite. You felt like your significant other was really suffocating you or trapping you, you know, in which you, like a relationship in which you didn't really feel liberated or you didn't really feel like free. If this is the case for some of you guys, then you don't need to worry about this, okay? If, like, someone watching this, freedom in a relationship is a huge thing here. And it's being emphasized. I also feel like for some of you guys, physically speaking, you could have some differences between you and your future spouse. This is something I'm very intuitively picking up on here with the Seven of Pentacles. You can see it almost looks like these people are from different tribes, and it's also portrayed here through the different physical traits and, you know, how they have like colored themselves. So what I'm seeing is there is definitely something different about you guys, and it's quite obvious. It's something which is visible. But you know, like the saying, opposites attract, I really feel like this difference, however it's gonna apply in your individual situation, whether it's a difference like in ethnicity or let's say in eye color or something like that, it's actually gonna make the other person even more attractive. That's something I'm seeing here. Yeah. Also, my dear, I feel like some of you guys have been waiting for quite some time now. Like maybe some of you guys have been single for quite some time, okay? Because the Seven of Pentacles always holds this waiting or patience energy within it, and I feel like some of you guys have been patient for quite some time. But the fire, as you can see, it's still awake, you know. You may have been waiting and even like questioned yourself, like, when will I meet someone finally? Like, when will it happen? And even if at times you were really annoyed and you felt like, okay, I don't want to wait anymore. This fire that you're feeling, this intuitive knowing that someone is actually coming, it never died off. And it's still present right now. And I feel like for some of you guys, for some reason, yeah, that's what I'm hearing here, you are becoming more and more aware that someone is coming into your life. It's kind of like it's becoming momentum. Also with the Chariot card, this is so interesting. On one hand, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is the slow moving energy. And on the other hand, we have the Chariot card, which is like the fast moving energy itself. So what I'm seeing is a lot of you guys have been waiting, but the time is actually coming so much faster than you may realize. I feel like this is for those of you guys who may have not met this person. Or maybe some of you guys already have met them, but you're waiting for some kind of a reunion or reconciliation. And this is what this can also indicate here. But of course, you will know for yourself what fits your individual situation. Once more, my dear, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You know what's really interesting with the Fool card being here and the Ace of Cups? As I've already said in the beginning, the Ace of Cups is the new beginning card, right? Or, I'm sorry, not the Ace of Cups perhaps, but aces in general are the new beginning energy. The Fool card is actually the first card in the tarot, and it's the number 0. The number 0, for me, I really associated with almost like this reset energy, to say. And I feel like you guys are gonna really experience a reset in love. But it's not only you, because obviously we're focusing right now mostly on your future spouse, right? And I feel like your future spouse, this is actually something that they have been waiting for as well. They have waited for this opportunity to also bring this reset into their life. And I really feel like this person has felt kind of like in the hermit mode for quite some time. Even if, you know, someone watching this has been, like, as an example, maybe someone watching this right now, they've been messing around with other people, but still emotionally they've really felt alone. And even if they were physically not alone, still internally that was a complete different thing. And it's kind of the same in here. Even if we may be with others at times, or, you know, be in a crowd of people, we can still feel like the loneliest person out there. And I feel like your future spouse has been in the hermit mode, and they have been waiting. They have been waiting, yeah, because maybe the options that they had, or the people that were available to them, or maybe asking them out and so on, weren't really quite what they were looking for. So as an example, if someone approached this person and they were looking for something like to have fun with, this person may, you know, want something serious, and therefore they did not really even like tried it, you know. I feel like they really have this vision of what they're looking for, and they're really good at waiting. This is not someone who will say, well, I don't care if it doesn't come, then I will just take whatever I can get. No, they have this vision, or they have this almost expectation, maybe what they're looking for. And if it doesn't fit, so as an example, if they're looking for something serious, but around them are only people who want to mess around, they will not just settle and say, okay, then I will just mess around as well because I don't find anyone serious. No, they would rather be alone, or they would rather wait. This person is really strong-willed, very determined, and very loyal. This is a very loyal person, my dear. And I feel like loyalty in this relationship is gonna be a big thing anyways, because this person has had, do you see the shadow right here? It looks really sneaky, right? I feel like this person in general, maybe even you know, maybe this is a mirroring energy here. Maybe both of you guys have had this experience with disloyalty, is that the word? I'm not quite sure if that's even a real word, but like experiencing false loyalty or someone being unfaithful, you know. And sometimes when people go through things like that, loyalty becomes like maybe the most important priority there is, right? Because they've experienced what it feels like if this is not there. And what I'm seeing for you, my dear, is that for this person and for you, the loyalty you're gonna have towards each other will be pretty obvious, and it will also be picked up on externally. I feel like you guys are gonna be very protective of your connection, and it's gonna be like in your face, you know, everyone is gonna pick up on that, and you're not gonna hide it away. No. I also feel like for some of you guys, you could literally physically move because of this relationship. Because, as I already have said, there is this energy in here that something feels stuck. And it's really like your energy, something about your energy feels like not moving. And I feel like when you guys come together, a physical shift could actually happen through an actual move. Now, this move can, of course, be a small one, right? Such as like maybe move to another city or to another area. But for some of you guys, it can even be like a very big move, such as moving to another country or some kind of a drastical change that you guys are gonna almost trigger in each other, I would say. Not only that, with the Four of Swords being here as well, I feel like you guys are gonna trigger in each other healing. And you know, like sometimes we think we are maybe healed, but then we need to be in, like as an example, let's say someone has healed from certain past relationships and they think they are healed. Well, they will not know if they are completely healed unless they actually step into a new relationship, right? Kind of, and see it for themselves, like really get face to face the demon, so to speak. And I feel like a lot of you guys, when you are actually gonna step into this relationship with them, you're gonna notice that there are certain parts that need some nourishment. But also with the Empress being here, you're gonna get this nourishment from yourself, from your partner. And you're gonna learn to really understand that, okay, there are certain things that have happened and we cannot change them. We can only accept them. And I feel like this relationship will help you a lot with accepting what you cannot change anymore. Another thing, my dear, that I'm picking up on, the Empress is giving me an energy here of attraction, of beauty. So what I'm seeing here is that you are gonna find your future spouse pretty beautiful or pretty attractive. They're gonna, and I feel like once again, if there are some differences, they're gonna be exactly almost making your person even more mysterious, or you know, almost making them even more attractive in their own unique way. Really gonna love them. Yeah, you're really gonna find them beautiful here. I would like to get some more information about your future spouse. Let's get you, my dear, some oracle cards. For my dear pile 1, who will you marry? Who is your future spouse? Let's see. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? All right. So let's get you, my dear. Okay. Look at that. We have learned from the past. What did I just say? This is really the confirmation right there. I really feel like this relationship, your future spouse, is really gonna help you with accepting your past. And this is gonna be such a relief. And I really feel like you guys are people who need this freedom. You love to feel free, you love to feel uplifted, right? And sometimes we don't even know how caged or trapped we are in our past. And I feel like a lot of you guys are. You are still trapped in things that are maybe even years and years away. And with the elephant spirit being here, elephants in general, this is just something I personally really associate with elephants. I'm not sure whether this is actually something they stand for. I don't believe that, but this is just something I really associate with them. For me, elephants really come off as these like wise, almost like old spirits for some reason. I don't know, this is just the way I see them. And I really feel like your future spouse is someone who has this wisdom within them. And through the wisdom that they have, you know, through their own lifetime, through their own life experiences, they're gonna really almost hold your hand and help you through your own life. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, look at that. Clear out the clutter. It's really interesting because look at that. Learn from this past and clear out the clutter. In a way, they are a little bit similar because they both talk about, for me at least, releasing, all right? Releasing the past, but also making room for the present, right? Making room for the present moment, because the more we are attached to the past, you know, the more we're taking away from the present moment. And it's really all about being present. It's all about being in the here and now and really not allowing past energies to sabotage the future. And this relationship is really gonna help you through that, my dear. That's really something that I'm seeing here. So maybe some of you guys, yeah, you are struggling at times. Time to collaborate. And let's see one more card from this deck, at least, for my dear pile 1. Who's your future spouse? Let's see. All right. Oh my goodness. And we have the dog spirit. Be loyal. What did I say? What did I say? Exactly. First of all, this is the confirmation. Loyalty, my dear, is one key word when it comes to your relationship. And your future spouse is going to be a very loyal person. So some of you guys, like, if this is really something you're looking for, or if this is a trait which is like the first thing on your list regarding a potential partner, then you can breathe, okay? Maybe some of you guys have had experiences in the past which made you that way, you know, made you kind of be cautious or not very trusting, because people have taken advantage of your loyalty or your trust. But once again, this is the past. This is not this person, okay? Not this person right here. We also have time to collaborate, and the aunt spirit, and I don't know why today I feel so drawn towards, like, okay, it's the animal spirit oracle cards, so yeah, makes sense. But especially today, I feel like actually concentrating on the animals and really seeing what I associate with them. And when I think about ants, I think about those like groups of like team players, you know, and like these little colonies in which they have their own system and they make things happen for themselves. They're great in like working with each other, and literally, as this card says, collaboration, right? I feel like you guys are gonna come together and you're just gonna really match. Like, really simply said. Sometimes we meet people and it's a little bit difficult to kickstart the relationship or kickstart something, but other times we meet people and just instantly we get along, or we feel like, yes, this is someone that we actually really like, or the company of this person, we actually really like to be around them. This is what I'm also picking up on here for you, my dear pal one. Let's get a little bit more information. Let's see. I would actually like to also look into you guys' intimacy a little bit and see what we can get about that. Let's see. Or just really any information which is meant for you to know, as always. Whatever your spirit guides, the energies want you to know about this relationship. Let's see. For my dear pile one last shuffle. For my dear pile one. All right. So, oops, too many cards. For my dear pile one, let's look into your guys' relationship a little bit deeper. Let's see. The Fool card came through again. Okay, I see. Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Let me see. We have the Awakening card, which is the Judgment card. For my dear pile one. Wow, the Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. The Six of Wands for my dear pile one. What can we get about your guys' relationship, about your intimacy? Let's see. Let's see. Nine of Swords and one last card, please. All right, and we have the Page of Swords. Look at that. At the back of the deck, we have the High Priestess. All right, okay. First of all, with the High Priestess being here and like being the overall energy, what I'm really feeling is that you guys are gonna feel a certain recognition with this person. For a lot of you guys, this recognition will come through pretty fast. Maybe from the beginning on, you know, like those energies in which you meet this person and there is just something about them, you know, you just feel like you have recognized them. Maybe you have met the first time in this lifetime, or maybe like physically speaking the first time, but still there's just something about them that's so familiar. And for a lot of you guys, this recognition can definitely come through from the beginning like that, but if it's even not, when you guys are in a relationship, the recognition will definitely be there. You will have this dynamic and you will feel like it's very similar, or it's very familiar to you, being with this person or having a romantic relationship with them. It's, yes, on one hand it's this new beginning, but it's not really gonna feel like you don't know this person. It's gonna feel like this is someone who feels so close, not someone that I have just met, like, let's say months ago. It feels like someone who I know a lifetime. I hope I can explain the energies that I'm feeling here as best as possible. Yeah. So when we look into your guys' intimacy, there are quite some things that I'm picking up on here. First of all, my dear, I feel like with the Fool card being here as well, it's the same thing with you guys' relationship. I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is gonna be not only a new beginning in love, but also a new beginning in intimacy or your own intimate life. Maybe some of you guys have not been active at all, or for others, if you have been active in the past, still I feel like maybe you have experienced a certain pause or just some kind of stagnation energy. You have not felt satisfied or pleased for a very long time. And in this relationship, you will have this. And in fact, with the Six of Wands being here, it's a successful one. Like, you're gonna enjoy the intimacy part. You're gonna enjoy being with them. And the intimacy is gonna be this recharging, you know. As an example, if you are coming from a very busy day at home and then, you know, you're going to this person, or you're coming back and you guys are intimate with each other, then you can really recharge and let go. This is what this feels like. I feel like for some of you guys as well, with Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles being here, you may take it a little bit slow. Even if the passion is going to be there, even if the desire, the fireworks are going to be there, still you're going to have this desire, or you're going to feel this need to take it slow. Maybe because you don't want your relationship to be only that, right? You don't only want your relationship to be something like a passionate roller coaster and that's it. You know, Pentacles energy in this dark in this tarot dark can't talk in this tarot deck, Pentacles is the materials energy. It's a very grounded and solid energy. So I feel like for you guys, you will want to first bring the security into your relationship before you jump into, look at that, it almost feels like before you jump into here. Do you see that? Like this girl, yeah. You first are gonna secure this relationship because you're gonna feel that way intuitively, even maybe. You know, the High Priestess is the overall energy, and look at that, we also got the Lover's card here. So intuitively, you're gonna know what to do. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're gonna know that, okay, I need to make sure that this is a long-term thing. And you're gonna communicate this to your partner. You're not gonna hold back. You're gonna share it with them for sure. You know, the 20 here, right here, the Judgment card, and this particular card deck is called Awakening. And I really have to stick with that because this really feels like an awakening here. We have the Fool, we have the Ace energy, we have the awakening term here. it just feels like you coming back to what love can be, or you're really experiencing love for some of you guys, maybe even for the first time. Being awakened to your own like passion, being awakened to your own intimate side. It's just like, it almost feels like drums playing and awakening you. I know why I like drums, but that's really what what I'm seeing here. Yeah, drums awakening you to... Oh my goodness, look at that. This is just so interesting. We have the Judgment card coming through, or the Awakening card coming through with the Nine of Swords, right? And look how similar these cards are. It almost feels like both of them are somewhere in the clouds, and then this girl is sleeping here, and then this card says Awakening. Yeah, this relationship, my dear, is gonna bring you out of your nap almost, that you may have been in for quite some time, and it's gonna awaken you. The alarm clock is gonna be the drums that I picked up on, and you're just gonna feel alive again when it comes to your romantic life. Yeah, definitely for some of you guys, very stagnant energy, nothing has happened, maybe even single for a very long time. And this is the new beginning here. You know, the Ten of Pentacles is a very serious card. The Ten of Pentacles is really this grounded energy that a long-term relationship needs. It has so many different facets in it when it comes to security, you know, in relationships, in life, in family dynamics, and so on. And I really feel like you guys, this is actually someone, if of course, once again, this is something you want, because this is a general reading, so you need to see for yourself how it resonates. But for a lot of you guys, this relationship will actually be this long-term relationship, like in your lifetime. Like this is maybe your life partner. This is what I'm trying to say. And yes, I also see children. But once again, take it how it resonates, because maybe not everyone wants children. Maybe some people would rather, you know, get like pets or something like that. But this is the Ten of Pentacles energy here. You guys are gonna be able to create something for the long term. And look at that. There's the circle of people, of a family around this tree. And if we think about trees, they are so stable and so secure and so grounded with all their roots deep down, you know, in the earth, but it takes some time for them to grow. But once they've grown, yeah, they're extremely strong, and it's not really that easy to destroy a tree, right? And what I'm seeing is it's the same with you guys' relationship. You're gonna build it on solid ground, and it's gonna be a very firm foundation. This is maybe even the reason why you guys have taken it slow, so you can make sure that the roots are gonna be strong in your relationship. But yeah, once it's grown, it's grown. Yeah. Wow. Pile one, like, this is really strong energy right there. Let me see. Yeah, also with the mountains. I mean, look at the imagery. Today, I feel extremely drawn, at least in your pile, my dear, to look at the imagery. And we have trees here. We have mountains here. I mean, such strong forces, right? Yeah, this is gonna be such a strong relationship you guys are gonna have. People are not gonna be able to destroy what you have or to interfere. yeah, I've said it, so maybe someone worries about that or has sneaky people around who love to be in your business, but this is really nothing of concern. I would like to get you guys some more oracle cards. Let's see. For my dear pile 1. What can we get some more about you guys' relationship or your intimacy here? Let's see. Okay. We have go deeper. Yeah, new moon in Scorpio. Confirmation. A very deep connection. Scorpio energy, very intense relationship. One that is here to stay. Okay? That's what I heard. I really feel drawn today to use 4 cards when it comes to the oracle decks. Normally I only take 2, but today I really feel like using more. We have another new moon, this time in Libra. Know you are loved. Wow. Look at that. And we have mountain as well, right here. So with this card being here and know you are loved, I feel like this relationship is going to bring opportunities into your life in which you can share your love with others as well. So what do I mean with that? Maybe some of you guys have been in like environments in which people were not really that receptive when it comes to love. You weren't really able to freely express yourself, to share your thoughts and emotions with others. I really see that in this relationship you will attract people, okay? Could be, let's say, this person's relatives, like some in-laws or new friendships. You will bring new people in who actually make it easy for you to share your heart space. And I feel like it's gonna be so healing, right? I mean, it almost feels like you're gonna have more people to love, and it's gonna open your heart space even wider. Yeah. Oh my goodness, pile 1. Like, I've not done pile 2 and 3 yet, but this just feels like my favorite pile right there. We have work through your feelings. Look at this, go deeper and feelings right there. Let's get one more card. Okay. Oh my goodness, I was seeing this card and it's coming through. Look at that, the synchronicities. We have the new moons and we have the last quarters. Interesting. So we have work through your feelings and we have practice gratitude. I really feel like these cards are a pair and these cards are a pair. So go deeper, all about emotions, and then we have the feelings here. And look at this girl is almost holding her emotions in her hands. So it's definitely going to be very easy for you, my dear, to open up. Maybe even easier than you may have expected to someone. Alright? Because maybe you have felt those restrictions, or you have felt like because of something that happened in your past, you just can't really put your guards down. This relationship is gonna prove you otherwise. With practice gratitude being here, there's really no other way to say it. I genuinely feel like you're gonna feel extremely thankful for having this relationship, for being in this relationship. But not only that, to really have met the people and to be able to experience love like that. Like, gratitude is one of the most healing things we can do, really. It nurtures the soul. It nurtures really just every single level of our existence. And I really feel like it's gonna be a major source of the healing that you're gonna bring into your life, because healing is not a goal, right? It's a journey. And it's gonna be a beautiful journey. Now, my dear, let's dive into the last part of the reading, which is all about you guys' marriage. What do you need to know about your marriage? So let's see. Let's see for my dear pile 1. Let me see. I am gonna take this oracle deck. Or let me first start with some tarot. Yeah. Let's see. Let's get some information, my dear, about your guys' marriage. For my dear pile 1. What do you need to know? Oh, look at that. The Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? And the full card. Like, what the hell? Okay. Let's see. For my dear pile 1. Your marriage. What do you need to know about your guys' marriage? All right. So, the first card we have is the King of Swords. Only one card, please. Only one card. Okay. Oh, the Hanged Man wanted to come through. All right. So the Hanged Man, the King of Swords. For my dear pile 1. Okay. Oh, there's also another card. The Justice. Okay. We have the 6 of Wands turning over. So let's see for my dear pile 1. The Strength card. The 2 of Pentacles, and one last card. Okay, and we have Knight of Pentacles right here. Now let me make sure the cards are all visible. All right. Okay. At the back of the deck, interesting, we have the Moon card. The Moon card. All right, so my dear pile 1, let's look into your marriage. Now, as I already said, the Moon card is your overall energy. And the Moon card is a very private energy. It's a very secretive, hidden energy. And I really see that you are going to have a very private, or let's say, a very private marriage. So what do I mean with that? Privacy is a huge thing here. Maybe it's something which is very important for you in general, but you guys are going to be very private when it comes to you guys' relationship and when it comes to your marriage as well. So this doesn't feel like the couple the couple that posts every single thing that or a lot of things they do daily on, let's say, social media. This is not the energy. You guys value your privacy, and we have had this protective energy coming through, and with the King of Swords being here as well, it really shows the same thing. I really feel like you guys are gonna have a very protective um, energy regarding your marriage. So you are not just gonna allow anyone in, and you're gonna understand that you have this sacred place with each other and this sacred union. And well, not everyone maybe has the best intentions towards you guys, and therefore not everyone necessarily deserves to be in your circle or in your environment, and you're going to be very aware of that. And this is where the moon this is where the moon card comes through, because the moon card here is all about keeping it private and really only sharing things that you want to share, and being cautious of how much you let out, because you don't want your door just to be open so everyone can just walk into. This is how I would describe it. You know, as an example, you would never ever just um, keep your like door open to your home and just allow anyone who wants to come through or wants to come in, right? The people need to be welcomed. And it's the same thing with your guys' marriage and relationship as well. You're going to make sure that you have people around who are welcomed into your personal space. So it's going to be a very protective marriage. It's going to be a very strong marriage as well. So the strength card in this particular spread is definitely this power couple dynamic. You are gonna love each other, you're gonna have each other's back, and you have each other's loyalty, right? The strength card, once again, loyalty, trust, and it just feels like people cannot manipulate you guys, you know? You know who you are, you know who your partner is, and that's enough. In a way, I don't know why, but it almost feels like we against the world. Not that necessarily you guys are gonna fight others, like that's not what I mean, but it just feels like you guys are such a power couple and you know it. So people cannot mess with you. With the Six of Wands being here as well, people are also gonna get this impression that you guys definitely have a very successful marriage. Well, it's not only the impression, obviously, with the Six of Wands being here. The Six of Wands is not just, let's say, playing a certain role. No, the Six of Wands is all about being exactly that, being this or coming from this victorious energy, and you guys are gonna have it. Of course, no relationship or marriage is ever perfect, but that's not what life is supposed to be. Life is never, supposed to be perfect, and every relationship has its challenges. With the Six of Wands being here, you guys come out of those challenges victorious. I also feel like with the Hanged Man being here, this relationship is gonna help you with a change of perception, a change of perspective. So maybe you always thought a marriage is supposed to look a certain way, and then when you actually get married and you're actually in the situation yourself, your eyes are gonna open up to the reality. Let's say like growing up, someone told you that a marriage is supposed to look like this or that, but then you are actually in your own marriage and you feel like, no, I want to live or create this relationship only through what me and my partner wants, and not through what other people's expectations are. Yeah, this is a very, like, once again, power couple. It's all about you. It's all about you. With the Justice card being here as well, I see that you guys are going to have a very fair marriage. So when we talk about certain tasks or chores, is chores? I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. You guys are gonna share them very fairly, you know? You're gonna see eye to eye. It doesn't feel like one party is overbearing or one person is overtaking all the responsibilities and the other person doesn't have any. It's a very fair, balanced out energy here. Do you see? Balance. Yeah. I feel like for some of you guys, you will also get pets. Yeah, I really feel that. Once again, take it how it resonates. I mean, if someone doesn't want any, then of course you will not have any, but majority speaking, there's just this energy, like being surrounded by other spirits, like by other beings, such as animals or children. It just feels like your home is full of life, full of um, beating hearts, you know. This sounds so weird, but I feel like you guys, some of you watching, may have a lot of children, or you know, you may want to adopt pets. Yeah, let me see. I would like to get some oracle cards. Let's see. I'm gonna use the archetype oracle deck for you when it comes to this question. So let's see. About your guys' marriage. What can we get about it? From my dear pile 1. Let me put the moon card away. So for my dear pile 1. Okay. Interesting. We have the gossip card. Well, look at this. Awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. What the hell? This is like, oh my goodness. Yeah, you guys are private, and maybe the reason for that is because you have sneaky people around. People who think that they have anything like to say, or they have the right to say anything, and they like gossiping and so on. So this makes sense here. Yeah, you guys are going to be very protective of your relationship because not everyone deserves to be in it or in your life, in your personal space. We have the slave archetype. Let me get all the 4 cards and then I will continue. For my dear pile 1, let's see. You guys' marriage, what can we get about it? And one last card, please. All right. Okay. So, coming back to the gossip card, look at this. It says honoring trust. How often in this reading have I mentioned trust is a thing here, loyalty is a thing here? It's just coming through over and over again. Let me just tell you guys, if someone watching this indeed is in some kind of an environment, whether it's like friendship-wise or even family-wise, you have people around who are just exactly that, you know, very sneaky, negative, and just think that they have like something to say, although they are not in a position to do so, then let me tell you that even if those negative energies are around, you guys are so protective of your marriage and your relationship that the door will be closed for them, okay? The door that I talked about, it will be closed because they will be unwelcomed. Oh my goodness. Look at that. The last words here is trust. The last word here is as well trust. With complete trust, it says. Yeah, look at that. Hmm. I'm very curious, like, why it's coming through so often. And maybe some of you guys have had trust issues for quite some time, and the reason why it's being so emphasized here is because someone really needs to hear it badly. With this card being here, which says inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself, this marriage will, yeah, I see you guys having a lot of people around that you love, okay? Like those that are actually welcome, that those who actually come into your or can walk through your door. I see beautiful gatherings. I see you with your loved ones. I see once again animals around. It's a very fruitful kind of energy here, with the fruits literally a very fertile relationship, okay? This can be a very fertile connection as well. If this is a relationship in which people can get children, then be mindful of that. That you guys have a very fertile energy here. So obviously, if this is nothing you want, then you know what to do, right? But this is what I'm seeing here. So the potential for children is definitely in the energy here. I also feel like that even if, yeah, sometimes relationships in the beginning are really, really strong, but after some time they die off, or it's just the spark dies off. It isn't really this energy here. If you remember the tree that I talked about, look at this. It takes very long for a tree to grow, right? And even longer than to actually blossom or like grow something. With you guys, it's not like the more your relationship goes, you are actually gonna distance yourself. No, in fact, the more the relationship goes over time, the closer and stronger it becomes, and you will even be able to grow flowers. So, with other words, the attraction, the love will not be away 20 years from now or 30 years from now, because this is the long-term energy that I was talking about, and it's coming through over and over again. And I really feel like this is what you guys want. This is what you guys maybe even need. Yeah, so pile one. As I already said, I have not recorded pile 2 and 3 now, but honestly speaking, I really feel like this is my favorite pile already with its energy. So yeah, my dear pile 1, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And once again, it's so great to read for you guys, and I'm just so happy to be back, to be honest. Like, I will definitely record way more often now. And yeah, my dear, if you would like to share something with me and the others, if there's something you would like to comment below, definitely feel free to do so. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not know when I upload new pick a card or even candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can feel free to email me as well. Lastly, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, my channel's Instagram account is in the description box down below, and of course I invite you there as well. But yeah, my dear pal 1, take care, my love. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? We're also going to look into you guys' relationship, what we can get about your intimacy, and at the end you're going to dive a little bit deeper into your marriage. So it's going to be a very long reading, so get yourself something to drink and relax, and yeah, I'm very excited. So let's start straight away, my dear. Let's see. Let's start first with who your person is. Who's your future spouse? What can we get about them? What do you need to know? For my dear pile 2, who is your future spouse? Who will you marry? For my dear pile 2, one last shuffle. All right, so let's start. Let's see. Okay, the first card we have is the World card. Let's continue. I will first get the whole spread, my dear, and then I will start. So we have the Six of Swords. Let's see for my dear pal 2. Who will you marry? All right, we have the Tower card. The Ace of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. Temperance card. 2 more cards, please, for my dear pile 2. Let's see. Okay, not too many. Okay, and we have the Lovers card here and one last card. All right, what is this? And the King of Pentacles. All right, at the back of the deck, my dear, we have the Ten of Swords. Everything is also visible. That's great. So, for my dear pile 2. So, who's your future spouse? What can we get about them? What do you need to know? So, first of all, let me start with the overall energy of the spread, which is the Ten of Swords right here. What I can already see, and it's also interesting that the first card in your spread is the World card, because the Ten of Swords, or tens in general, or at least the Ten of Swords here, it talks of an ending, right? And then the World card is all about, the completion of a cycle, so to speak. And what I'm seeing is that your future spouse is definitely someone who has seen and experienced life. This is someone who has seen, let's say, like as an example, they are really experienced. They could have traveled to a lot of countries, seen a lot of cultures. Or when we look into their career, they may have tried a lot. They may have experienced a lot. Someone who has done different trainings. It just feels like this is someone who's very experienced when it comes to life. Someone who had their quite fair share of different perspectives, and also with the World card being here, this is someone who has definitely experienced cultures outside of their own. And this is someone who is very open-minded, someone who sees the value in differences. Very often people see differences as a challenge or as something which is not good. But differences can actually rise in our horizon, right? They can be such a beautiful lesson when we get in touch with things that are different from where we come from, or when we get out of our comfort zone. There is so much to learn, there is so much to experience and to see and love, and they know that. And this can definitely be the kind of person who has like friends all over the world, like they have their contacts and they have their connections. And I really feel that. I feel like their cycle of friends is very colorful. It's full of different cultures and different types of people. what really also shows me that this is someone who gets along with everyone. You know, like someone who, according to the situation or depending on who they are interacting with, is really adaptable. This is the kind of person. So, as an example, if they are in some kind of a work environment, they know how to behave accordingly. Or when they are interacting with someone from a certain, like, I don't know, environment or area, culture, they know how to behave accordingly as well. So they are someone who, once again, gives off this really experienced vibe. They have come around for sure. And they love to be around people. Of course, the right kind of people, but they love it. You know, they love interaction. They love to have chats and communication and so on. This is someone who's more so extroverted for sure. I feel like it nurtures them, you know, to have people around, to, yeah, just have a good time. And this is someone who definitely also gives out a fiery energy here. So for some reason I haven't like focused too much on zodiac signs lately with my readings, but still, for you guys, I need to mention it. This person is giving off fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but also earth energy, okay? So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But of course, take it how it resonates, right? I'm also seeing Libra here, by the way. But anyways, there are still this very fiery energies coming through here. So another thing, my dear, I feel like this is the kind of person, you know, people really would like to be around. Also with the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is one of my all-time favorite cards in the tarot because the energy is so striking and so beautiful and so uplifting. And the Page of Wands for me is this splash of color on a white canvas. That's what the Page of Wands is for me. It's full of color. And what I'm seeing for you guys is that your future spouse is someone who people really love to be around. So let's say if they have a, you know, this like group of friends, they are the friend who like their friends always want to be around, or they know when this person is there, they will have a good time and they will laugh. I also feel like this person has a great sense of humor. So it just feels like the sunshine, you know, like the one who makes like everyone laugh and so on. This is the energy of your future spouse here. So friends is a huge thing for them. Social connections and so on, like they really need that. They need or they love it, you know, not that they need it, but they love to interact with others. It's just something that they really enjoy for sure. Another thing that I'm seeing here is that I feel like this person, either recently or it could have also been a little bit more in the past, but I feel like maybe recently they were able to completely release it, and therefore the recent energies coming through, but it could still be something which goes way deeper in the past, but they just recently really like brought closure to it. Anyway, so what I'm seeing is they have moved on from something which brought them great turmoil. In fact, for the majority of you guys, it could have been maybe a past relationship, okay, with the Lovers card and the Tower card being here in combination. This person could have had a bad previous breakup or negative experience, and it, with the Tower card, it didn't just leave them cold. It was definitely a huge thing. And what I'm seeing here, my dear, is that they really needed to release that in order to get their balance back, okay? So it was a Tower moment, there is no doubt about that. And you know, there is something about Tower, or the Tower card in itself, that really strikes me, because I mean, first of all, everyone is different, right? And the beauty in tarot is that everyone can do it their own way, and there's so much freedom in it, because some people read intuitively, others, like to really dive into the meaning of the cards, others do a mixture of both. There are so many different ways to read the tarot. For me personally, there are so like certain cards that I, as an example, connect to a certain phase in my life. And the Tower card always reminds me of a certain Tower moment that I went through. And although people, or maybe sometimes people, see the Tower card as mostly negative, or like the destruction itself and the worst card, or whatever, there is also so much possibility in it. Because if we think about the Tower, yes, it breaks down, but sometimes things need to end in order for something else to begin, right? And it's the same with the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is all about a painful ending. Yes, it's painful, and it's definitely hell to go through, but it will end. And what happens after the ending? There is a new beginning. That's the same energy I'm receiving here. They have went through this Tower moment, and it wasn't easy, but it needed to end, because when it ended, they were free from it, and they brought this new possibility into their life to start new, right? It's the same thing, like the Tower card, sometimes it also associates certain cards with certain things. And the Tower card also reminds me of a Hindu god, Shiva. Shiva is the destroyer, and the Tower card is all about destruction. At the same time, Shiva also brings change. And yes, the Tower card has this destructive, energy about it, but when we destroy something, we bring the change for something new. And this person has had this relationship with someone which did not end on good terms, and I really feel like it wasn't this person's fault. It feels like it's more so like the other person's fault here, or just something happened there. And yes, it wasn't easy, but it brought them this freedom. And what's also very interesting is that this person doesn't regret it. Sometimes when people go through a difficulty, they tend to regret like ever being in the relationship, or like such things. This person sees it from a higher perspective, which makes a lot of sense, because once again, this is someone who is experienced, and they understand that sometimes there is a bigger picture to something. And I really feel like this person wouldn't trade this experience, this Tower moment, for anything, because this Tower moment could have brought them to motion, okay, towards a certain path that they would have never ever even considered if it wasn't for the Tower moment. So as an example, maybe they have moved afterwards to another location, and from there on, their life, a lot of things turned out in their favor, and they would have never ever moved if it wasn't for the split, right? So they understand that, okay, maybe at the time when we have a Tower moment, we don't understand why, right? And it's one of the most painful experiences, and one of the most difficult experiences, because it literally it breaks us. But this person understands that, yes, it broke them, but it made them actually realize that they were never whole to begin with. And when they realized that, they actually were able to start new. And I feel like this person has learned a lot. Maybe in the past they had this vision of what a relationship is, as an example, and after the tower moment, they got to know that no, a relationship is, as an example, okay, not only like there to look on good on pictures, but there's so much about it. And it's not about finding a partner who looks a certain way, it's about a partner that we can match with. So I feel like they have had this change of perception as well. The Hanged Man isn't here, but the tower energy is really bringing this change here for sure. This change of view, you know, like seeing something a different way. And that's the same thing with the relationship part. I also feel like the way this person approaches relationships now is really different. They have seen, you know, maybe in the past they were a little bit impulsive and they just went all in, but with the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles coming through, this has definitely changed, because now they're coming off as someone who values the security, you know, and needs this grounding energy. I really feel like as well this person is someone who's pretty stable, okay? So whatever they do work-wise, they are at a good place, and yeah, they cannot be shaken. Mm-mm. You know, this tower, I know we are like stuck on the tower card here, but that's just how it's coming through. You see, this tower is not really that stable, and the lightning is literally like burning it down, and these people are just, yeah, falling off of it. But then we have the King of Pentacles here, and you see this tree with those strong roots, right? And it's just so secure. It's almost like a complete, yeah, contradicting energy here. And I really feel like this is also them on a personal level. They used to be maybe a little bit insecure, or maybe in the past they didn't really quite know what they wanted, and you know, they had these, like, this uncertainty within them when it comes to themselves, when it comes to their relationships, partners, life in general. And now they are coming off as this beautiful King of Pentacles energy, which you can see the tree is coming off so strong and so grounded, and nothing can really shake it. And this is really what I'm seeing. I feel like that's another reason why this tower moment was so important for them. It didn't just change them something in their life physically, but it changed also something internally within them, okay? A change of personality. Well, is that the right word? Not a change of it just made them kind of start to self reflection here, and make them work on themselves, okay? Work on those parts of them which needs healing, or which is, yeah, stuck, okay? So, okay, I have to say this for some of you guys. If you really feel like you've been waiting for quite some time and you just don't really understand why this person has not come into your life yet, or you know, maybe some of you guys like wanted this person to come into your life like 3 years ago. To be honest, believe me when I'm telling you that you want to meet this person when they are in the King of Pentacles energy, okay? As stable as this tree, and I don't mean it like in a financial way, I mean really in a internal way, stable within themselves, then like meeting them sooner, but then completely being like kind of like the tower, destructible, or just not really there. And there is a reason for that. So someone needs to hear that. I completely understand, right? I mean, why waiting when we could have great things coming our way immediately? But sometimes there is a reason for that. And in your particular case, it's because this person has to go through their own journey. And yeah, a journey of self-development, of self-reflection and healing. And the universe, your spirit guides, the energies want you guys to meet when they are here and not here. And believe me, you also would like them to be here when you meet them, so they can be ready for you and they can be ready for a relationship. And yeah, let me see. I also feel like this person is the type to, with the Ace of Pentacles being here, to give a solid offer. So when they want to be with someone, okay, they will come and say bluntly what they're looking for and voice that it's something serious. Maybe in the past they weren't like that, but this is who they are now, and they will tell and they will say that, yes, I want something serious. I would like to get some oracle cards. Let's see. Interesting. This card also came out for Padawan. Maybe someone watching this was drawn to Padawan. If this is the case, then this can be your confirmation. Feel free to watch it, but only, of course, if it applies to you. Otherwise, okay. We have the koi fish spirit. I will get 4 oracle cards. The flamingo also came through, and one last card, please, for my dear pile 2. And we have set healthy boundaries. So, moving on, let's dive a little bit deeper into who this person is. It's interesting that this card, the frog spirit, came through or like is above the 6 of Swords. I really see that this person has moved on and they have changed a lot. They used to be around an environment which had this turmoil energy about it. And what they did was they understood that in order to have a healthy life, or in order to support their well-being, they also need to be around people or have an environment which suits that. And I feel like this person has done exactly that, with clear out the clutter. They have, they have, I was about to say lost, okay? I was about to say they have lost certain people, but I don't really feel like it's them losing them. It's more so the other way around. Let's say this person has had a bad partner, or they have had bad people, like toxic friends around them. These friends lost them because they were too good for them. And losing negative energies is not really us losing anything, but us gaining or winning, really. And they've done the same, even if it wasn't really easy maybe to distance themselves or move on from friends that were always around them. They understand that no, if something is not good for you, it doesn't matter who they are, it doesn't matter how long you know it. If they are toxic, if they're not good for your mental health, for your well-being, then they don't have a place in your life. And this person has chosen that. They chose themselves. They chose their own well-being, and they acted accordingly. So they will definitely, or they are searching for a partner who's mirroring that. A partner who also has this self-respect. Maybe in the past they haven't had this, and through the Tower moment they gathered it, right? And they were able to really do the self-reflection and really understand who they are and what kind of people they have been settling for who were not good for them. They have gained the self-respect and they are looking for a partner who has the same, someone who chooses themselves as well. Yeah. This person finds it really, really attractive. All right, that's something I'm seeing here. They find it attractive to be with someone that is confident, that loves themselves, that chooses themselves, respects, sees their own worth. Because maybe at some point this person in the past didn't do that themselves, right? And now it's so important and so crucial in their life. And that's also something they want to see in their significant other. You know what's also really interesting with embrace the in-between? Like sometimes people cope differently when it comes to their past, right? Some just completely throw it away. Others just don't want to, really to deal with it. Or others deny their past. This person doesn't deny anything. In fact, they are really proud of where they are coming from. And even if they have had some negative or bad mistakes, or they have done some bad decisions in their life, this is not someone who shies away. They are proud of who they are, and they see that the failures they went through are just as important as the victories. This is really what this flamingo spirit, gives me, like the impression with embrace the in-between. Yeah. I also feel like, and the Ace of Pentacles, this person for sure, they are at a very comfortable place in their life. They're not worrying when it comes to their finances. They feel like they have enough. They feel like they have all they need. And that's what's important to them, really. You know what's really interesting? Set healthy boundaries. First of all, I feel like for some of you guys, this is actually advice for you. Someone watching this, maybe they need to set healthier boundaries. Or maybe someone watching this needs to say no more often. I know why I'm getting this, but the first message that I got is this is about you as well. So really, my dear, think about it, okay? Reflect on it. See whether this actually applies to you, resonates with you, whether you are someone who needs to, set those boundaries and let people know that they cannot step over it, okay? Stand their ground. But it's also your future spouse's energy, because it makes sense. After, going through, let's say, or experiencing meeting negative people, you don't just allow anyone in, right? You make sure that you allow the right people in, and those who are not good for you, you will keep them at a arm length and set those boundaries, right? It's really something that's being confirmed here. Let me see. I don't know why I feel like getting you guys one more oracle card, because I today said I would only stick with four, and I also did this with pile one. But for some reason, I get another one. Let's see. The squirrel spirit. Believe in yourself. Oh, that's cute. Very uplifting. Look at that. Believe in yourself. That's such a strong sentence, right? if we don't believe in ourselves, who does it? This really shows me that this person, they have built themselves up. It was all them. They counted on themselves. They have supported themselves, and they were there when no one else was. They understand that the greatest relationship we can have starts with the relationship we have, with ourselves, basically. And maybe for some of you guys watching, this is something you should improve, or you need to improve. Maybe you have insecurities, or there are parts of you which you struggle with. Of course, you go with your own speed. Healing is a journey, and no one is, let's say, racing with other people when it comes to that. But don't forget it. The greatest support system you can have is yourself. Okay, sometimes we think we need, of course we want this also externally, right? That's totally human, and we have the right to also have support elsewhere, but we also need to fill our own cup. This is what this card is talking about. And I have a question for the person watching right now. Are you filling your own cup? And if not, how can you start filling it more? Because it starts with you. You will attract someone in who's respectful and kind and good when you are kind and respectful and good to yourself. So I don't know why this message came through, but someone is not as good to themselves as they should be. Someone is supposed to be gentler. Yeah. Alright, so let's continue. Let's see, for my dear pile 2. Let's continue now, oh my goodness, with your second question, which is all about your guys' relationship. Let's see what we can get about that. Also, if anything comes through regarding your intimacy, it's definitely welcomed here. So let's see for my dear pile 2. These cards are so slippery, I don't know why. So let's see for my dear pile 2. You and your future spouse's relationship. What do you need to know about it? What do you need to know about your guys' relationship? And also your intimacy. Let's see. Alright, my dear. What are you meant to know? What are you meant to know? Let's see. Okay. Let's see for my dear pile 2. Alright. So let's see. For my dear pile 2. No card wants to come through here. Alright, we have 2 cards. We have the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Cups. 7 here. Let's continue, my dear. The 5 of Cups. The Empress. Interesting. The 7 of Swords. King of Cups. 2 more cards, please, for my dear pile 2. The 10 of Wands, and one last card for the Empress. And we got the Queen of Swords here. At the back of the deck, oh my goodness, we got the Devil card. So let me make sure all the cards are visible. Yeah. So first of all, hey, look at that. Yeah, 777 here. Maybe some of you guys see repeating numbers lately a lot. Okay. Or maybe at the time you will meet them, you will see a lot of repeating numbers here. I don't know why I'm being drawn to that, but I mean, there is definitely a reason why, right? Or it comes through in the reading, so yeah. All right, my dears. So one thing that I would like you to know about your relationship with them is, with the Seven of Pentacles being here, it's a slow moving energy. And what I'm feeling is that your guys' relationship will be slow moving. So, and I'm definitely understanding why here. So first of all, what I mean with it is, it doesn't feel like, like crushing into one decision and then going to the next one without really like thinking it through. It's a very like calculated energy here. So I feel like you guys are, from the beginning, like communication is gonna be a huge thing, and you're gonna voice your expectations very clearly. So from the beginning, you guys are gonna make sure the other person knows what they want in this, or what they're looking for. And you are gonna take it slow, because you will build this on solid ground. And you will understand that, well, in order to grow a tree, we obviously need like good soil and so on. And it's the same thing with your relationship. I feel you're gonna take your time really getting to know each other. And I feel like the dating phase is gonna be very fun. You guys may do a lot of different activities. And I really feel like you're gonna come out of your cocoon, you're gonna come out of your comfort zone. So maybe you're gonna do certain things that you have never done, such as, let's say, eating at a restaurant, which you never really thought you would ever go to, because like the food isn't really normally what you go through. Or maybe because of, like, as an example, maybe it's a fancy restaurant, you never thought that you would actually go eating there, but like something about having like fun experiences, or maybe something like sports wise, some fun activity, something you never thought you would do. It just feels like fun. The dating phase is just gonna, yeah, I'm hearing, make you feel like a child again for some reason. Maybe some of you guys haven't had fun for quite some time, or you really need this, to be lighthearted again. But that's what I'm seeing. And you're gonna take your time with the dating, you're gonna take your time with getting to know each other. But let me tell you that when you then choose to really like step into the relationship, you are gonna be really sure about it. You're not gonna have any doubt. You are gonna know, and you're gonna, from the beginning, yeah, be very decisive about where to take it. So it could be the case that from the beginning you guys will discuss a lot about your relationship. As an example, even like, yeah, I feel like bluntly, like clarity here. Do you want children? How many do you want? And this or that. Where would you like to live? What do you think, like, would you want to stay at home, or would you like to work? Like, you just, with the Queen of Swords, it's the sharp truth, not just, tiptoeing around it. But that's exactly what you guys need, I feel like. Yeah. Another thing that I'm seeing here is, I feel like this relationship with the Seven of Cups and the King of Cups, it's actually going to, yeah, my dear, it's gonna open you up. I feel like some of you guys maybe have difficulties with your emotions. And maybe it's weird for you, or you aren't really that comfortable with expressing yourself and so on so bluntly, or like becoming vulnerable and so on when it comes to your emotions. The King of Cups is a beautiful card because it also shows us that we're safe with our emotions. You know, it's safe for us to be vulnerable, it's safe for us to express ourselves. And I feel like this relationship is really going to help you with that. It's going to show you. And I mean, if we talk about this, of course, it depends as well on the partner, right? We need to have a partner that we can feel as comfortable with so we can open up to. And this relationship, this partner will make you feel comfortable enough. In fact, I feel like you could even be surprised a little bit. Surprised with how easy it is for you to actually do that. Maybe with previous partners, it wasn't that way. The King of Cups is all about being emotionally available, right? And being able to receive and give love. And in this relationship, you will feel like it's so much easier than you thought, especially for those of you guys who may have been in other relationships in comparison to them. As I've already said, there is this element of honesty here. There is this element of, also with the Queen of Swords being here, truth, communication. And you are gonna have this relationship in which the other partner is gonna know, okay? You know, sometimes people tend to have secrets from their partner, or not open up completely, or you know, like when there's something happens, they will maybe go to a best friend and talk about it, but not necessarily approach their partner. With you guys, that's not the case. If you guys are, like one of you guys, let's say, struggles with something, some kind of a challenge, if some of you think like, yeah, if you go through something or you feel some type of way, you're gonna let them know. There is no secrets, because you guys see eye to eye, and you would want the other person to come so you can go through things together. So if one of you guys is facing something like such as a challenge or some problem, you will as a team work through it together. Great communication here, okay? Great communication, my dear pal, too. With the Empress being here, okay, this is for those of you guys who want to have children, okay? So take it how it resonates. But I do feel like this is a relationship in which you guys may have even a lot of children, because the Empress card in itself is a very fertile card as well. And with the Empress energy being here, I just feel like you guys are gonna have the potential of birthing something. If it's not actually birthing a child, then if we think about birthing, it's actually all about creation, right? And creating something. So the act of creation. So you guys coming together, if it's not you actually creating a child, then you two, you create something else coming together. It could be, as an example, you starting working with each other, creating a business, or you guys creating a certain project, you know, whatever it may be. But there is potential in your connection beyond the romantic one here. Now I would like to get some oracle cards. Let's see. It's interesting for you, my dear pal, too. We did not get anything coming through when it comes to you guys' intimacy. Only you guys' relationship. But let's see, maybe we will get some more information. One last shuffle. All right. So for my dear pile 2, let's see. Okay, so the first card is Take Inspired Action, Full Moon in Virgo. We have Embrace the Flow of Life, another full moon in Gemini. Let's see. We have Unleash Your Kind Self and Know You Are Loved. All right. You know, this is something that, yeah, I got this impression with the Empress card as well. And it's really coming through. I feel like this relationship is gonna be really inspiring to others. Maybe to people who have not seen what a good functioning relationship can look like. And therefore, you guys coming together, you're gonna set an example. But there's just something about you guys inspiring others. I mean, it could also be the case that we talked about this creation energy, right? Maybe you guys will together create something which will be inspiring to others. You know, if we talk about a business or some kind of a project, maybe it will somehow inspire other people. But I do feel like for love, you guys, it's more so your relationship itself that will inspire. It's also very interesting because with Unleash Your Kind of Self, I also feel like this is gonna be those relationships in which you guys are gonna bring out the best in each other, which is actually really, really nice because there are a lot of relationships in which people bring out the worst in each other, right? With you guys, Unleash Your Kind of Self. This card has such a gentle energy. I cannot quite explain it, but there is just something about it. It feels like a very friendly and gentle hug, you know, that we get from a friend. This is what this card feels like. And I feel like you guys are also gonna have a great friendship with each other. Besides being lovers, besides being partners, you're also gonna be each other's best friend. Another thing, embrace the flow of life and know you are loved. I really feel like, I mean, obviously when we talk about relationships are never perfect, and we're not living in a realm where anything is perfect, or an earth where anything is supposed to be perfect. No, that's not how it works, right? There is duality to anything. And of course, relationships are never perfect and they have their challenges. You know, whether these challenges come internally or externally. But these cards are really confirming the way what I already said with you guys sticking together. When it becomes ugly, it just feels like hand in hand, you know. The Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands is a very heavy energy because it talks about challenges, obstacles. burdens that we carry or that we have to overcome. But it's such a contrast to the energy of this card right here with Know You Are Loved. But I really feel like you guys are gonna support each other in a way that you give each other strength. And this is gonna be such an important part of your relationship, because it's gonna actually make you guys stronger. So if someone watching this needs or would like to have a relationship in which there's this level of trust in which you can really go to each other when it becomes ugly, right? Because sometimes people find themselves in relationships in which it lasts when it's good, but when things become difficult, one person leaves. This is not what I'm talking about here. It's not about leaving, it's about sticking around and working together. All right? Yeah. So, let's continue then. Let's go, my dear, to the next or the last part of the reading, which is all about your marriage. What we can get about your guys' marriage. Let's see. So, for my dear pile 2. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into your reading and let's see what are you meant to know about your guys' marriage. For my dear pile 2. For my dear pile 2, what are you meant to know about your marriage? One last shuffle. What do you need to know? All right. Okay, the first card is the Hierophant. All right. The Nine of Swords. Let's continue. The Ace of Wands. Knight of Wands right next to the Ace of Wands, huh? All right. Let's see. Wow, the Lovers. I'm sorry, the Two of Cups. What did I say, the Lovers? Six of Wands. The Tower. And let me see. And the Wheel card. All right, my dear. So, your guys' marriage. First of all, very interesting that the Hierophant coming through. I feel like there's gonna be something very traditionally about your marriage. Now, of course, I feel like I need to be careful when it comes to this word because, you know, a lot of different people are obviously watching, right? And depending on where you are from, different things may be considered traditionally and so on. But I feel like it's really like all about you. Whatever is considered traditionally in your eyes, it's gonna be prominent in your guys' marriage. However, with the Two of Cups being here, it's actually something that you want. It's the type of marriage that you are looking for. Whether this tradition or this traditional energy is being shown in your relationship through certain roles or certain, you know, like tasks being shared or whatever it may be, but something about it is going to be traditional, but you're going to love it. And do you remember when I said like hand in hand? Look at that. I really feel like you guys, this is how you go about your marriage. This is how you go about your relationship. This is how you go about obstacles. You hold each other's hands and you let the other person know that you will be there. I really feel like there is going to be a lot of love in your guys' relationship. And you will show it, like, you will display it, you know, the affection like publicly, holding hands, kissing each other. As an example, like pile 1 got a little bit like more private energy about them. With you guys, you show it. You show the love you have, the affection. And I really feel like, yeah, this is really what I'm seeing here. You guys are going to show other people how inspiring relationships can be, and it's also going to brighten up other people. I feel like you're going to be this couple, let's say, when you are invited to a friend's place, you're coming with this, like, this aura, with this shining vibe, and you're going to lift up other people. Because this is who you are. Maybe you yourself are someone who really loves that, who loves to uplift people. We already got this with your person, right? With your future spouse in the beginning of the reading, that they are someone who brightens up the day. And with the Hierophant being here, you can see this person laughing, smiling. I really see this. I really see you guys making other people, yeah, happy with your presence. With your presence here. Another thing, with the Ace of Wands in combination with the Knight of Wands being here, your marriage, like, I know we didn't get anything previously about you guys' intimacy and so on, but these two in combination, and the Tower card, like fire, intensity, like you guys are gonna have a pretty vibrant and also busy, intimate life. Like, I'm trying to, you know, make it or explain it as clean as possible, but it just feels like you guys are gonna be very active, and the passion, the fire is gonna be on. You know, we have fire here, we have fire there. You can also see, yeah, it looks like a certain part, right? So I really feel like you guys are gonna have a very happy and very pleasing, intimate life with each other in your marriage as well. So it's not like something that dies off in your marriage. I feel like for a lot of you guys, it actually really begins in your marriage. Maybe a lot of you guys want to get married and then like start with like experimenting or a lot of things, but I just feel like it's prominent, okay? Like the bedroom stuff is gonna be a huge part of your relationship. Yeah, oh my goodness. Okay, let me see. Yeah, for some of you guys with the Tower card and the Ace of Wands being here, maybe some people watching this, of course, take it how it resonates, right? A lot of people are watching, and you should always only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But what I'm seeing here, my dear, is I feel like a lot of you guys have maybe not been even intimate yet, or there's this tower, this awakening energy here. The same way the lightning, you know, strikes in here, is there's something about you guys and your intimate life. The fire will be ignited. That's really interesting. For some reason it's a little bit reminding me of pile 1, but anyways. With the Wheel card being here, another thing, my dear, that I'm picking up on is that, just one thing for you to know, the Wheel card is really this confirmation in a way that yes, if some of you guys really feel like you've been waiting and it's just so difficult for you to wait really for this person, I know it's a lot of people don't like hearing it, but the Wheel card is the divine timing card for me. it talks about the clock ticking at the right time. We've already got this at the beginning of your reading, right? With the Tower energy, in which I said that this person like had their own life experiences to go through and the journey, you know. And I really feel that way still. The reason why you guys haven't met is because you are maybe right now going through something, okay, in your own unique individual journey, and they are as well. And you are, like, your paths are gonna meet. But first of all, you are supposed to go two separate paths, because each and every one of you is supposed to experience something alone first. With them, it was definitely all about them recognizing, yeah, and doing the self-reflection and really understanding what it is that they really want, and really going through a lot of change. Maybe some of you guys are going through that as well right now. But the universe is going to bring you guys together. You are coming together. At the right time. I would like to get some oracle cards as well. Let's see, for my dear pal too. For my dear pal too. What do you need to know about your marriage? What do you need to know about your marriage? Let's see. We have the Pioneer archetype. Let's see. All right, no, 3 cards, only 1, please. Okay, so we have the, oh my goodness, how is this pronounced? We have this card right here. Let's continue. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. Dilettante? So, let's see. We have the Father archetype and 1 last card. And we have the Thief. All right. So, at the back of the deck, we have the Goddess energy here. Interesting. So let me just show you guys one thing. Something I've been talking about the whole time. With this card being here, look at that. Let me show you guys. I hope it's visible. So it says passion for doing and creating. The creation energy that I talked about. What has not been done before, and you can see there's like this huge heart right there. I really feel like your union, my dear, is gonna birth once again something, with the Father archetype just being confirmed, really. Of course, with this card being here, it can actually be children, right? That you guys are gonna birth new life. That's one thing. However, of course, it doesn't have to be, especially for those of you guys who may not even want children. So take it how it resonates. But this is really a message that has come through now multiple times and is being emphasized every now and then, like more and more. I also feel like when it comes to your marriage, you know, with the Father arc, oh my goodness. This card says creating as well. Are you kidding me? Yeah. There's what, yeah, a lot of creation here. All right. Anyway, so let's continue from that. Another thing with the Father archetype being here, I really feel like you guys are gonna feel very, very comfortable with this person, like very quickly. I mean, yes, I do feel like you're gonna take the relationship slow. But when we talk about the way you feel about each other, you're gonna feel comfortable pretty fast. And maybe this is also the thing that I picked up on that's gonna surprise you. Maybe you haven't really felt that comfortable around anyone for quite some time. But I mean, the father archetype is really one of the most, like, one of my favorite archetypes in this card deck for sure. Because, yeah, the relationship, or, you know, when we think about father archetypes, like really healthy ones, it's just, it nurtures us, right? And I feel like this relationship or this marriage is also going to have this nurturing energy about it, about them. I also feel like with the father archetype being here, if you guys would like to have children, that this person, no matter, you know, who they are, I'm not talking about gender here, but your future spouse is going to be a really good parent. That's another thing. You see how colorful this card is? Like, we have yellows, pinks. It just feels like so uplifting. It's also right next to the Knight of Wands, which gives me a similar uplifting energy. You know, like all about passion in a way. Yeah, you guys, passion is gonna... Yep. Fire, chemistry. You're gonna have so much chemistry. I don't know why in my mind's eye I saw like two rabbits. So yeah, you guys, I feel like you're gonna be like pretty active once again. This is just really the confirmation here. You know, with the thief card being here, this is such a interesting card because on one hand we have this word, right? And it's like pretty like big, accusing someone of being a thief as an example. But then if you look at the picture, this person is like showing you this heart. What I'm seeing here is, maybe for some of you guys, I know that this is really random, but still, maybe in the beginning you had an impression from this person that isn't really quite the reality. So let's, as an example, let's say someone watching this in the beginning, they thought their spouse, like as a first impression, could be a little bit of a player, but then it turned out like the complete opposite. But it was the impression. Or maybe in the beginning you had just some kind of impression. It doesn't have to be that, it was just an example, that is false. And the more you get to know them, you will actually understand that, yeah, it's not quite what you thought it is. And I really feel like, yeah, this person's gonna reach your heart, my dear. And I mean, we talk about relationships, about romantic relationships, and I feel like your heart space is gonna be safe. Someone needs to hear that. Your heart space is gonna be safe with them. Yeah, so my dear pal too, there was a lot, okay, for sure, a lot to take in. So yeah, but please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, and if there's something you would like to share, of course, feel free to do so. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't, and if you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not get any notification when I upload new pick a card or even candle wax readings. And also, my dear, once again, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, for allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. And if you would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, my channel's Instagram account is in the description box down below, and of course I invite you there as well. But yeah, my dear pal too, take care, my love. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. So let's look into who will you marry, who's your future spouse. As you have already seen, we're going to look into who this person is, but also into your relationship, maybe some intimacy if something comes through, and your marriage. Also, please excuse me if I start coughing or something like that. I'm still sick, and I have not done this in PAL 1 and 2, but I believe because I've talked so much it's coming back. So yeah, please excuse that, my dear. But let's start straight away. So let's start with the first part of the reading, which is all about who's your future spouse, who will you marry. So let's start, my dear pal 3. It feels so good to be back, oh my goodness. So let's see. Alright, so the first card we have is the 9 of Wands. We have the Moon card and the Ace of Wands here. Alright. See? I'm so sorry. So, for my dear pile 3, who will you marry? Too many cards. Who's your future spouse? Okay. Wow, the 10 of Cups. That's really, really nice. We have the High Priestess. Such a beautiful card. Look at that. The Empress. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's really interesting here. For my dear pile 3, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? The 3 of Cups, and one last card, please. Okay, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. At the back of the deck, we have the Sun card. That's a great energy to have as the overall energy, right? And let me start straight away with the Sun card being here. So what I can see is your future spouse is definitely an optimist. This was the first card, the first thing that I picked up on here when it comes to the Sun card. Someone who's very positive, someone who likes to uplift other people, who likes to bring the best in other people out, someone who encourages others. And it's also really emphasized for me with the 10 of Cups, because this is an individual who really values balance and harmony. And of course, this is something that, you know, everyone should value, but unfortunately there are people out there who would rather create disharmony, right, when it comes to like relationships or situations. But this is not the kind of person. They really find it important to bring light into anyone's heart we can touch, because they do understand that the more goodness we share, the more goodness we may also find coming back into our own life. But that's not their motivation. Their motivation is not to be good so they can also get, or you know, like bring goodness back. They really just do it because this is who they are. I feel like this person has grown. Yeah, I feel like a female person with the Empress, it can definitely be this person's mother. But they have had a really good influence through a female growing up. And once again, for a lot of you guys, this is more so their mother. Or maybe even a sister. But regardless of that, this person, this female figure, has really helped them growing up healthy, you know, when it comes to their thoughts, when it comes to their emotions. This female figure could have given this person a lot of love growing up, or made them understand that it is important that we value each other, that we see the good in others. This person has really influenced your future spouse, and is the main reason why your future spouse is actually so, I really have to say healthy. I know I've said this word over and over again, but there is no other way to say it. They just come off as so wholesome, and they just giving me very natural vibes. So not like someone who, yeah, who's there to fight, or someone who wants to steer the pot. That's not the kind of person. And I see that the female figure has been a huge part of that. They want to see other people smile and happy. They maybe are the kind of person who cracks jokes all the time, especially when, sometimes they may find themselves in certain, let's say, tension-filled situations. Then they could be the one who's kind of trying to break the ice or break the tension. So yeah, they love that, and they have a good heart. It's coming through pretty strongly here. And this is also someone who really loves in general to be surrounded by people. They love to be surrounded by family and friends. Look at this. We have the Three of Cups right at the junction, I think it's called. I hope so. And the Ten of Cups here. And both really, for me, in this position, talk about this family dynamic, or this gathering around, right, of people that we cherish, people that we love. And your future spouse, definitely, this is not a loner per se. I mean, it could very well be the case that this is someone who, of course, loves to be alone and loves to recharge, right? Alone time. I mean, it's really important for every human being. But they also really love to just be in a huge gathering, surrounded by people that they admire and they appreciate. Excuse me. I really feel like they have great relationships with their family and also with their friends. This is not the kind of person who will have or hold on to a friendship which is not the best, or let's say a toxic friend. No, they really need to, they have only good people around, because they make sure to filter people out, and the people that they have right now, that's the real deal to them. With the Three of Cups being here, I see this person is definitely sociable. They love to dance, they love to drink, to have a good time, to spend money with to spend money on their loved ones, to just create great memories. The word memory really struck out here to me. This is someone who loves to do that. They also like to, let's say, travel with their friends, or travel with their loved ones, with their family, to different places, and really enjoy the time with each other, really enjoy the, once again, memories that they collect and create. This is the kind of person here. So if you're looking for someone who wants to experience life outside of your bubble, outside of this comfort zone, this is the person to go with. Also, I don't know why the Sun card is giving me this impression, because that's not normally something the Sun card stands for. But still, you can see this. It almost looked like this person is on a... Oh, I think you can't see it actually. Alright, so you see, they are on a boat, right? And it kind of feels like they're traveling a little bit, or they're moving on the sea here, and it really gives me the feeling of adventure for some reason. So this is a very adventurous person. Yeah, I also feel like no matter this person's gender, okay, that's not what we're focusing on. We're looking into this person's energy. And the feminine masculine energy is in everyone. what I'm seeing is that no matter who this person is, even if this person, for some of you guys, if you resonate with it, is like the most masculine person from the outside looking at, they have a very balanced feminine energy. The feminine energy is coming through here pretty strongly. Excuse me. And we know with the moon is such a feminine energy to me. And then we have the Empress, which is literally the divine feminine. And then the High Priestess. I really feel like they have had, from a very young age, definitely female figures in their life who taught them to be in touch with their feminine side. And you know, I know when we look at it from a very modern world view type of way, people may not understand, as an example, how how a man is supposed to be in touch with their feminine side. You know, like it's like instantly people will get like their alarms and like think, what, a man is supposed to be like feminine, like, you know, like those very bad like stereotypes that men are, as an example, not supposed to be to be in touch with their emotions and show emotions and be vulnerable. Those really negative stereotypes that they have been taught from a very young age. This person has been taught that crying doesn't make you weak. You are human, and every person on earth has the same emotions and cycles they go through. And that's not like only a certain gender can have certain emotions and the other gender cannot. Like, these are such ridiculous things. A part of being in touch with our feminine side is to be in touch with our emotions, to see them, accept them, and not push them aside or see them as something shameful or something that we should hide underneath like the lowest, like drawer. No, we should be in touch with them all. And this person has been taught with that. And I really feel like whoever this person is, once again, it doesn't matter their gender, if they even identify with anything at all, they are someone who values their emotions and they value it. And because they have been taught to value it within themselves, they also value it within other people. So this person would never look at someone, let's say, crying and thinking that they are weak. No. In fact, I really feel like they have enjoyed being raised in a way also like with a lot of self-awareness. And I really feel like this person understands that, in fact, showing emotions in our nowadays world takes a lot of courage, and actually brave souls are capable to do that, because it's really easy to be cold nowadays, but it takes so much more, bravery to stand behind who you are and your emotions. So yeah, this is someone who is definitely emotionally available and has love, respect. Yeah, I really feel like as well this person has been taught to respect other people, for sure. No matter who the other person is, definitely. I don't know why I'm getting a female figure once again. I mean, of course, male figures in our life can also teach us all these things, right? But definitely a woman here in their life who has been there and influencing this. With the moon card being here as well, my dear, what I'm feeling is this is someone who opens up slowly. So the moon card and its energy is definitely a little bit secretive. And as an example, look at this beautiful picture of the moon card. You cannot see this person's face. You can only see them from behind. And their beautiful long hair. But you can't see this person's face, so it's a secret, right? It's hidden. Like this person's face is hidden towards the moon. And I really feel like this person has so much to share and so much to show. However, they, like a onion, they peel off pretty slowly, like different sides of them. And the Nine of Wands here is really just emphasizing this as well, that this is someone who needs to really get to know you first in order to really come out with everything, which of course makes a lot of sense. I mean, a lot of people are like that, right? I mean, first they are looking for, or like, yeah, they're looking for finding trust, and then they will open up. And that's the same with this person. They just don't open up immediately. They first really need to get to know you. And I don't know why, for some of you guys, it can even be the case that you may either start off as friends, or you will also, yeah, friendship is also a thing here. Maybe some of you guys, even you watching, it's a little bit difficult for you to open up, and therefore, you know, starting a friendship with someone makes it easier, right? Because you don't have to, focus on the romantic part too much, because it may be overwhelming a little bit, and you can first start off as, yeah, you know, being friends, getting to know each other, and so on. Because there's this element in here that you guys will create a beautiful friendship group as well. So maybe this will help some of you to first have this friendship and then allow it to develop a little bit more. But with the Ace of Wands being here, even if some of you guys start as friends, it's still gonna be pretty obvious that you are into each other. So you don't need to worry about that. It's not like you guys are dry towards each other and you just like are friends and that's it. No, you feel the passion, you feel the attraction that you have towards each other. The Ace of Wands here is loud and clearly coming through. You can literally see all the fire. The Wands energy, the fire energy is going to be awakened, and it's going to be within your, like, each other's space. However, I feel like the friendship could be help you guys to kickstart off this for some, if it's a little bit difficult for you to, yeah, maybe start a relationship or get into one, let your guards down and so on, okay? Yeah, that's another thing here. With the Knight of Pentacles being here and the Ten of Cups, this is someone who's definitely working towards a certain level of security. I'm seeing here a security that, you know, maybe their biggest motivation could be, okay, I want to maintain or go to this certain level of security, so one day I will be able to, as an example, provide for a family, or so I can one day be able to get this house that I dreamed about, or create this family dynamic that I want. A lot of motivation this person has comes from from building a home. That's really something that I'm seeing. Maybe this is someone who likes to do that. You know, they like to plan forward, and they may already think about like the next 10 years and where they want to be. And this is literally the motivation of the present moment, to go after, you know, like what it is that you want, or like so they can be focused on their work and keep saving money. But they are a very focused person. They know where they're heading towards. And I feel like this person's also not scared when certain things seem to be maybe a little bit intimidating to others. So as an example, let's say this person is in a certain work field in which it may take you some time to level up. Maybe it will take you a few years, like a lot of years and effort to really go to the next level. Maybe for others, this may be a little bit intimidating or unmotivating and they would just not go for it. This person doesn't matter. They don't get scared when it comes to, let's say, how much something takes or how much effort something needs, you know. They are so focused and they just focus on that. And the journey is the journey. That's okay, as long as it will bring them closer to the goal. So they're very determined, my dear, and they're very strong-willed. That's another thing. You know what's also very interesting to me? I feel like this person has a very strong intuition with the High Priestess and the Moon card right there. A very strong intuition, and I'm also wondering, I don't think this person perhaps knows it, but this is a very strongly spiritually gifted individual. I mean, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience, and we all have gifts, whether we are aware of it or not. We all have, as an example, our intuition, no matter if we believe in it or not. Others, or some may call it a gut feeling, other may call it a certain hint that they, sometimes feel. Others call it intuition. It doesn't matter what you call it, it's still there. And I really feel like this person has so much within them that almost calls them to explore, but I don't really feel like this person maybe is an environment which is like, let's say, esoteric friendly or very spiritually. Maybe it's a environment which is really like stuck up in the matrix and really rational, not allowing too much of the spirit energy in. And therefore maybe this is why this person has not explored it yet. But hey, maybe you coming into this person's life, you will open them up a little bit to a different side of life and show them that there is more. And you may literally trigger this person to explore what they have within themselves that needs to come through. Excuse me, because with the Moon card and the High Priestess, this is someone who is supposed to experience the mysterious side of life that is not possible to be explained through the rational and logical mind. They are supposed to have this awakening to their own spirituality. This person already may go after a lot of decisions in their life with their intuition. They may not call it intuition, but they really listen to it. So when they sometimes, as an example, get to know someone and this person is giving them really off vibes, or they just have this inner knowing that this person is pretending, is not how they are betraying themselves, is coming off as having negative intentions towards them, they pick up on that. Their intuition is on. Even if they may not know this, they still feel it and they really listen to it. And I feel like they could also be the kind of person who makes a lot of intuitive decisions when it comes to their work even. they are using this gift. However, they may not really acknowledge it as a gift or as their intuition, as, you know, them being able to really read energies. Maybe it's just like they feel they are really good with sensing stuff. But they're coming off as the High Priestess archetype. And the High Priestess archetype is a force to be recognized with. I would like to get some more oracle cards regarding this question. By the way, I think at the beginning of your reading I've not told you guys to get something to drink. So if you have not anything, then pause the video and get yourself something warm or cold to drink. So, or maybe to eat. Maybe some people are already eating. Of course, you're welcome to do this as well. So let's see. For my dear pile 3, who is your future spouse? Let's see. For my dear pile 3. Oops. Okay, so we have clear out the clutter and freedom is yours. For every pile, I've taken 4 oracle cards. So I'm gonna do the same with you guys as well. Okay, 1 card fell. We have the Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. And let me see. The Statch, Spirit, take the lead. All right, and look at that, 3344 right here. So, excuse me, my dear. First of all, we have the Butterfly Spirit at the back of the deck. Oh, look at that, the number 11, yeah, which says transformation is beautiful. What I'm really picking up on here is that I feel like you guys coming together. I know we are not at the part of the reading where we are talking about you guys' relationship, but still, what I'm picking up on is I feel like you two coming together, my dear, you will really help this person or maybe even trigger this person through a transformation that will strip down certain parts of this person's ego and open their eyes. Maybe this person has been taught from their society from a very young age that all there is to life is really just what you can see and feel and sense with your senses. But sometimes it takes certain experiences in life that go beyond the senses and that go beyond our rational mind to really question whether this is all there is. Amen. I can talk about my own experience here. And what I'm feeling here is this person will have this moment. It could even be a tower moment in which the whole reality will really shaken and it will trigger this transformation. And this transformation will help this person into coming in touch with their spiritual side more. And you know, we have the butterfly here. If we think about butterflies are not just like butterflies, right? They go through the transformation, like the caterpillar goes through this transformation and then it will become the butterfly. It's not like, you know, the butterfly will instantly be exactly that. No, they have to go through this intense transformation first. And it's the same thing with your future spouse. They will go through a very intense transformation in which they will come out the butterfly. And you will help them to go through this. And I really feel like you maybe are someone, I mean, not maybe, I really feel that. Plus you're watching this, so you know, I mean, not that necessarily everyone who is into tarot is spiritual or something like that. No, of course, doesn't have to be. But I really feel like you guys are people who, to some extent, are aware of your own spiritual side, or you may have certain rituals or certain beliefs that are a part of your life. And I really feel like you will be the person who will help this person go through that. Because maybe you are this pop of color that this person needs in their black and white life, you know? And what I'm seeing is this transformation will do a lot. First of all, it will definitely force this person into decluttering even more when it comes to their life, when it comes to the people, when it comes to their own beliefs, maybe even. And at the same time, with Reclaim Your Power being here, even if this person's gonna just jump into a whole new world that they don't know anything about, it still is gonna be so empowering. This is an awakening we're talking about here. I really feel that. It feels like their old reality is gonna just be destroyed. Their their past limiting beliefs of life, of themselves, and then freedom is yours. They wake up to a whole new potential of life. And look at that, we have Reclaim Your Power and we have Take the Lead. So I feel like this person will come out of this awakening so much more stronger. Yeah, kind of like the leader of their life. Maybe in the past this person has been living up to people's expectation. Well, there will be therefore a rude awakening, because they will definitely let go of these things, and they will understand that they didn't come here to live up to anyone's expectations except their own, if this is what they want, of course. I feel like really someone who gets their power, like someone who awakens to their power. And the huge reason for that is going to be you, because you're going to show them a different side of life. I would like now to continue and dive a little bit deeper into, your future spouse and your relationship. So let's continue, my dear. Let's see, what can we get about your guys' intimacy or your relationship, whatever really wants to come through. So let's see. For my dear pile 3, let's get a little bit more information about your future spouses and your relationship. For my dear pile 3. All right. So we have the Queen of Wands, the Three of Wands, all right, oops, the Page of Pentacles, no, the Page of Cups, so, too many cards, okay, the Queen of Swords. Let's continue for my dear pile 3. We have the Strength card, the King of Swords. Let's see. For my dear pile 3, what can we get about your guys' relationship or intimacy? Whatever wants to come through. All right, so we have the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, and the 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. So, at the back of the deck, Look at that. We have the High Priestess as again. Interesting. So let's look into you guys' relationship. First of all, let me start with that because we are getting a lot of different energies here. With the Queen of Wands being the first card coming through for you, I really am feeling a certain excitement. And you know, sometimes people, before they get in a relationship, things are like very adventurous and fun and exciting and so on, and then when they get in a relationship, it dies off or it becomes like normal, right? And like the 9 to 5 starts kicking in today and so on. If you understand what I mean. With the Queen of Wands being here, the Queen of Wands is really giving me the energy of, in your relationship, there is going to be a lot of excitement. And we got the energy that this person is, in general, someone very adventurous, and it's coming through again. So even if you guys are in a relationship, let's say like years in, still you will do exciting things, you know. I also feel like this person is a very spontaneous person, so I don't know if this is something you like or not, but they, as an example, really like to spontaneously, let's say, book a trip or surprise you with a certain reservation. But I really feel like it's even more than that because they really like to get physical, you know, like also activity wise, adventurous activities are really coming through here, and it's gonna kind of allow this fire to stay alive. And when I say fire, I don't mean your passion for each other. I really mean certain excitement that I feel like you really need in your relationships, because maybe you are someone who gets bored very easily, or you just love to look forward to, you know, things. And if this is the case, this is someone who will really suit that fantasy of yours, because they also love that. They love to experience new things and see more things, whether it be you guys going to a certain, let's say, restaurant with really interesting food that maybe is also a little bit like, or needs a little bit of courage to, you know, to go through, or whether it's you guys doing some kind of an activity that you never thought you would ever do, or maybe a trip to a certain place you never considered. Whatever it may be, there's this excitement, and you're really gonna love it. You're really gonna love it. It's also really interesting. Look at that. We have the pyramids here, and we have the pyramids here as well. Maybe some of you guys are, you really would like to travel, you know, maybe to Egypt, or maybe some of you guys have desired to go to the continent of Africa. That can also be the case, but there's something, I have just picked up on. But you know, when we look at the pyramids, I mean, there's so much to the pyramids than we're being told, and they also have so much secrecy about it. And that once more really comes back to the moon energy that I picked up on here. I feel like a lot of surprises. This person is gonna, within your relationship, also bring out a lot of surprises that are gonna keep this excitement alive as well. So it's not gonna be a boring relationship. Not like every single day is gonna look the same. I feel like this person needs to definitely bring out color, and yeah, this is what they want, this is what they need. And I feel like it's also going to be something that you're going to welcome and really appreciate being in your life as well. With the Strength card being here, I'm looking at the imagery here, and you can see we have this lion here, and then there's the woman right on the head of the lion, and it looks like, yeah, he's like this lion is moving, right? It's a male lion here. And what I'm feeling with this card is I feel like you guys, when we talk about your relationship, you guys really understand each other. Like, I feel like you will find yourselves in situations in which you don't need to communicate through words to understand what the other person needs. It's kind of like a non-verbal communication that you guys are gonna be able to have. And I feel like it's because you guys are gonna really know each other well. So as an example, let's say you are at a bar with like each other's friends, and you are chilling there, and then someone says something, and just you guys looking at each other's eyes, you will be able to communicate the answer, and you will be able to know what the other person thinks or wants. It just feels like you don't need words, because we have the High Priestess here, and the High Priestess is the overall energy. I mean, look at her. Her third eye is also really glowing, and I really feel like, as I already said, you guys are gonna go through an awakening. At least you are gonna help this person go through an awakening, and it's really gonna help your relationship even more to bond, because it really comes off like with the Strength card as well, that you have such a strong bond, you guys. And we can see, I mean, look at that, a lion and a human being. I mean, that's not really a normal bond, right? I mean, normally the woman would be food to the lion, but there is a bond here, unspoken words, that maintains or holds so much trust and so much strength. And it's kind of the same with you guys as well. You are also gonna have a lot of strength and unspoken words that hold you guys together. I also feel like there is a lot of respect in this connection, okay? Respect is another thing here. I also feel like another thing, this person is gonna make you become more courageous. That's another thing that I'm picking up on here. Now, what does that mean? Maybe it's only the small things that we have picked up on, such as, let's say, an adventurous activity that needs some like courageous energy coming from you. But it can also even be more than that. It's not like only they will go through a transformation. Maybe they will help you go through transformation as well, to come out of yourself, to come out of your shell. Or maybe to dare more. Maybe you have been really good when it comes to your inner world, but maybe you've been struggling with your external world a little bit, and they will help you with it, because it's really a give and take. It doesn't feel one-sided whatsoever. No. And look at this, we have another animal here as well. Interesting. With the Three of Wands and the King of Swords being here, you guys are gonna share a very similar vision of the future, when it comes to what you guys want. And I really feel like you're gonna hold on to it and really try to build it together, because there is this team energy here. And the Three of Wands for me is personally the card of manifestation. This is just what I personally associate with this card for several reasons. Also, coming back to my own experience with this card. And when I see this card, I really feel like manifestation, really working on building what it is that we want, co-creating our reality. And I feel like this connection is gonna make you also a little bit more active or clear with what it is that you want. You know, if you sometimes have been indecisive or not really that sure, it's gonna bring a certain amount of clarity. Also, the King of Swords is like the clarity in person. I mean, the King of Swords knows what he wants. This archetype is so strong and so clear and so transparent and so like open to voice who they are and what they're looking for. And I really feel like you guys are gonna be exactly that. You're gonna have clear communication when it comes to what it is that you want to build in life and manifest in life. It's also very intimidating energy with this like King of Swords being here. But what I find really interesting is that you have the King of Swords and you have the Queen of Swords. So you have two counterparts here. And I really feel like you guys, pile 3, this can be a soulmate, or this can be someone who you actually have decided to reincarnate with in this lifetime, to experience something with, or to experience a union with, and your human side but also the spiritual side of life. This is a union really I'm picking up on, and it's so interesting because you guys may be different and you may come from different worlds, but at the end of the day, you still are the Queen and King of Swords. You still are seeing eye to eye, and you are still embodying the counterparts here. So I feel like the more you get to know each other, even in the relationship, I mean, you know, sometimes people can be 10 years into a relationship, but they will still learn something new about their partner, right? And I feel like it's the same with you guys. You will always get to know more and more about each other, but it will only show you that, like, how similar you really are and how good you guys work with each other. You know, the Page of Cups, which is this card right there, in this particular tarot deck, it doesn't come up very often, because when it came out, it had some kind of a new energy to me. I haven't really seen it that often. And look at it. I mean, we have the heart space here wide open. It's such a beautiful, yeah, you know, card to get. And there's gonna be a lot of love within you, like a lot of love to share with each other. And what I'm picking up on here is, you know, emotions are water energy, and water energy is so gentle, but at the same time it can bring out a storm, right? It can bring out a storm of emotions, and it can be this gentle energy of inviting vulnerability, but it can also bring all those emotions out of us, which, yeah, take us with them, right? I mean, it can be so intense. And I feel like you guys are gonna experience different levels of emotions with this person, and you're gonna explore different levels of yourself within this connection as well. You're gonna experience how intense a relationship can be, how intense emotions can be, how raw emotions can be. And I really feel like you're gonna explore sides to yourself that you may have never really even digged into. Plus, with the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles being here, my dear, what I'm picking up on is that I really feel like you guys' relationship is, yeah, it has a lot of potential to be for the long run here. This can be a partner for a lifetime, okay? We also have the counterparts right there. We have the Strength card here, the Three of Wands for me, which talks about the co-creation, but also about the future. I would like to get some oracle cards. Let's see. For my dear pal 3, let's get a little bit more information. Well, we did not get anything regarding the intimacy. Did pal 2? I think pal 2 didn't either, but pal 1 did. Let's see, for my dear pal 3, what information can we get about you guys' relationship some more? Well, I will definitely make a video only on intimacy. Let me see. Okay. So we have Know You Are Loved, New Moon in Libra. We have Find Balance, Full Moon in Libra. All right. So let's see. 2 more cards. We have Trust the Universe. Amen. And let me see, 1 more card. 1 more card, please. Only 1. Okay. And we have the full moon in Taurus. Detoxify. Excuse me, my dear. So, first of all, look at the purple. It looks so beautiful. All right. Let me start with that. This relationship will make you feel what people are looking for when they get into a relationship, which is love, okay? That may be something people search in relationships, but unfortunately not everyone genuinely finds this love or feels like they are loved and appreciated when they are in a relationship. With you guys, the Page of Cups has really given me this energy here, and the new moon in Libra is really emphasizing it more and more. You are gonna feel loved, but you're also gonna be able to give so much love. I feel like a lot of you guys may have so much emotions in your heart space, but you didn't really find someone who you had the opportunity to share those emotions with, to feel safe enough to give the love to, or even to receive the love. And in this relationship, my dear, you will. And the card Know You Are Loved is really giving me the impression that not only are you gonna be able to give the love that you have within yourself to another person, but you're also gonna receive it back. And I really feel like a lot of you guys have maybe always wanted to find a partner who can give that to you, or who you can give this to, your raw emotions. However, you didn't really found someone suitable, or when you found someone, they were not the right person. And with trust the universe being here, maybe some of you guys have been waiting and you've been patient, and it's kind of like this reminder from the universe to trust it, that the right person will come into your life. For those of you guys who have not met this person yet. And just in general, this oracle card for me is one of the most powerful cards there is. Because these 3 words alone have so much depth and so much energy and power in them for me. And I really feel like you guys, this relationship is gonna make you understand that, wow, okay, the waiting or the trust, believing that things are gonna work out in my favor, or that the universe is gonna provide, the universe is gonna look out or help me, it actually really happened, and it really paid off. And it's kind of like this confirmation that, yes, the universe really has my back. This is a small advice for some of you guys. Maybe there's something in your life you need to detoxify, some kind of a decluttering, whether it's actually food-wise, okay, or whether it's actually referring to, let's say, people who are not good for you that you should keep at any like arm length, or situations. Just be very mindful of it, because you could have recently something in your life or someone in your life who is not giving you the best energy, and the universe is really telling you to be aware of it and be mindful of who you surround yourself with energetically, because sometimes certain people can actually hold us back from the balance, right? Because they bring a lot of disharmony. All right, so let's see, my dear. Let's now look into your guys' marriage. Let's see what we can get about it. So, for my dear pile 3, what can we get about your guys' marriage? Let's see. What can we get about you and your future spouse's marriage here? All right, what do you need to know? Let's see. We have the King of Cups, we have the Death card. The 4 of Cups with the 3 of Cups coming through. Let's see for my dear pile 3. I already am getting so many confirmations. So we have the Ace of Pentacles here. The 10 of Wands. Let's continue. The beautiful Page of Cups. And one last card. Oh, too many. Only one, please. Okay, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now let me make sure. Okay, yeah, you can see everything. At the back of the deck, the overall energy is the Hermit card. Excuse me, my dear. So, now we're looking into your marriage. What I can for sure see is that everything is coming together beautifully for your pile 3. The things we've been talking about, this is really the confirmation. This relationship this marriage, being with this person, it's gonna be so much more than a relationship. It's gonna make both of you guys go through a personal transformation, through a personal self growth journey. And sometimes people are in relationships and they unfortunately come out worse, sometimes. And then there's a lot to learn from the lesson of the relationship and so on. With you guys being in this relationship, it's kind of like getting exposed to new sides of yourself that you may have never even thought were there. You see the Hermit card. The Hermit card in this particular dynamic is not giving me any isolation energy. It's all about the inner work. It's all about the inner world and you guys coming together. You will this is another confirmation. You will definitely bring out or trigger a self growth journey. And with the Death card being here as well, it's really all about going beyond the person that we think we are, this identity that we think we are, and really exploring more and more about ourselves through this relationship or through this marriage, really. And this is actually such a beautiful thing because a lot of times people go through these things alone, but you guys, which makes sense also with the two counterparts being here, and I already said it almost feels like you guys coming together in this union to experience life with each other, whether it's the earthy life or whether it's the spiritual side of you. And it's really being emphasized here once again. So you guys are going to go through those cycles and you're going to explore each other. You're going to explore yourselves. And you're going to transform. But transformation is a part of life. Life is change. And what's also really interesting for me is, although you guys are gonna go through such intense experiences, look at that. The Queen of Pentacles, she has her eyes closed, and so has the King of Cups here. Both, it almost feels like they're meditating in a way. And what I really find interesting in this energy dynamic is that you guys don't feel drained. You feel supercharged with energy and want for life. And this is really something that you guys are gonna explore together, hand in hand. I really feel like you guys are gonna have this beautiful balance between being grounded but exploring the limits or the not boundaries, but exploring where the earthy limitations end and where the possibility of the divine starts. I also feel like in this marriage, one thing for sure, look at that. We have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles is this very secure energy, very stable energy. And then we have the Ten of Wands, which is all about the maybe obstacles or challenges and burdens that we carry with each other, right? I really am seeing that you guys, because you are going through this inner transformation and you are becoming strong from the inside, the outside challenges will not have the same impact on you than they maybe used to have. I mean, just the same way the ancient mystery schools tend to say know thyself, and that's the highest form of power to know yourself, because there's so much depth into it. It's not only about like knowing your name, it's about knowing your true self, your true essence, and really exploring it. That's the true power. That's the highest form of power, because it is the key to the multi-dimensional experience of life. And once you know yourself, you won't really act the same when it comes to small, let's say, obstacles which are coming from the external world. And for some reason, I am being drawn towards that. And I feel like once you guys go through this transformation, the way you also deal with, let's say, burdens is also very different, because you're so much more like, so much stronger. It feels like things can't shake you guys, and things can't shake your marriage, because you have grown and you have stabilized yourselves and your relationship and this marriage. So whether you are actually ready for it or not, I really see you guys going through spiritual experiences and through the self journey together. But it's not like that's all there is to your relationship. No, you have the earthy groundness. You have the relationships of your loved ones. You have the experience of love. But you also have each other. And there's this element of security that I feel like is going to be so crucial when it comes to you guys and your inner world, that you feel so grounded in this world that you not kind of lose the ground beneath your feet when you go through this hermit transformation. Okay, really interesting. I called it hermit transformation, but that's really what I'm picking up on here. And also with the wheel, I really feel, my dear, that you are living a life which is like the universe is really orchestrating it in different ways. And even if certain things seem random, things are not random. Things are coming your way the way they're supposed to. And the wheel energy as well being here, the universe is playing the things out for you. And also when it comes to this relationship and this marriage, you are living a life very close to your spirit guides, very close to the divine. You have support, you have energies guiding you, and you are, or you will, if you haven't, you will explore and open yourself up to your inner journey even more and more. And it will mirror the same journey that your future spouse will also go through, till you guys will actually share the journey with each other. I would recommend you guys really to start meditating, if this is not something you already do, because you guys have so much potential to, open yourselves up and receiving downloads, receiving knowledge, receiving messages, okay? And I know this section is all about the marriage part, but this is like this, your spirit guides are taking it to a complete different place. It's kind of like wanting you to know, or preparing you to what's to come, So let me get some oracle cards for you, my dear. Let's see if there is anything else you need to know, especially about your marriage. And let's see, my dear, let's see. I feel like the energies are really guiding your reading, because it seems like they have so much to share with you. So much there is like to know, except the things I'm actually asking. Like I'm asking about the marriage, but they want other messages to come through because it's supposed for you to know. But let's see what we can get now when it comes to the oracle cards. For my dear pile 3. Okay. Alright, so first of all we have the Messiah coming through, serving humanity with humility. Yeah, you know, this is the pile. This is the union of two people coming together, reincarnating to experience their own, life. Like when it comes to the human side, when it comes to the spiritual side, but also coming together with a mission, coming together with a purpose to serve humanity, to serve other people, to help this earth and the humans. You have this, like for some of you guys, this could even be twin flame. Alright, so take it how it resonates, but this is really what I'm seeing here. We have the detective, we have the networker, one last card. And we have the teacher archetype. Alright, so once again, I feel like for a lot of you, this union is not only so you guys can experience love, there is also a greater purpose to it. It could be the case that before reincarnating, your higher self wanted to serve humanity somehow. You know, maybe you are a light worker, and through this lifetime you're supposed to help. And it's not only that, I feel like it's really close to your future spouse as well. So this is actually kind of maybe a mission that you guys came to do together here, okay, to accomplish together, for sure. And also with great powers being emphasized here, I feel like you guys coming together, there's so much you can do. You both are such powerful people, and through the transformations you will go through, you will even expand this power. You guys coming together, there's so much you can do. Don't allow this potential to go to waste, because you guys, you could be great teachers, you could be great healers, you could share your love with others on so many different levels. You didn't come just here to have a brief experience of love or of the human life and that's it. You actually came here to set your footprint, or to really set a difference here, okay? This is coming through so much, and even if it's just changing one person's life out of like 7 billion, that's not important. The number is not important. It's the effect and the influence, the good influence we can have on others. And this is really something that I'm seeing here strongly. Also with like sharing information. Maybe it's only you guys sharing your life experiences with each other or with others, but you came here to somehow help other people with their own life, with their own spirituality perhaps even, okay? Whether it's you having a job in which you somehow already help, or this is more so something you do on a personal level. But you just didn't come here for a brief experience, my dear. You are light workers. You really came here to help. And your future spouse as well. Maybe this is the awakening that we have been talking about, but this union has so much depth into it. And I'm really curious how you guys feel about this. So, my dear pile 3, this is all I have for you. So please feel free to let me know how you feel about this long reading. If there's something you would like to share, definitely do so. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. It feels so great to be back. I definitely am going to, upload more frequently now. If you have sent me an email, then please be a little bit patient. I am trying to answer as fast as I can because of the break that I had to take because I didn't feel well. So, yeah, my dear, I'm sending you much love. And also, if you would like to get a personal reading, you can also feel free to email me, of course. And also, my dear, don't forget to subscribe if you would like to get further readings in the future, or even like candle wax readings if this is something you would like to see. Also, if you would like, you can also feel free to follow me on Instagram and we can connect there as well. But yeah, my dear pal 3, take care, my love.